Hello guys, welcome to this first explanation video. Today we're going to take a look at pistons, what you can do with them, and some weird behavior of pistons. So, first off, here we have the pistons. We got two types of pistons, regular pistons and sticky pistons. Regular pistons only push blocks, while sticky pistons can push blocks and also pull them again. Pistons can push a lot of blocks. Some blocks it will destroy, like torches or pumpkins or sugar box or other crops. And it can also, there are also some blocks which pistons cannot push at all, like a bedrock, obsidian, furnaces, any item with an inventory in it. It also has a maximum push limit of 12 blocks. Here we have 13 blocks, so it can push it. If I remove one block, you can move the whole thing, but it can only retract this one block because it's facing into the slimy part of the piston. You can also push other pistons, in which you can make some double piston extenders, horizontal and vertical. These two are really useful to memorize because you will need to use them a lot. So, let's get into some technical stuff. First off, let me tell you, the game normally runs at 20 ticks per second, but redstone ticks last 2 regular ticks, so the game also lasts at 10 redstone ticks per second. So, from now on I will only be talking about redstone ticks. So, here we have again a normal piston. Pistons take 2 ticks to push the block away, and they take 0 ticks to retract them. Well, you can see the animation going backwards. It just is only visual, and as soon as I press this lever, the block will instantly go over here, but you can see that obviously. Then using this setup or using an observer, we can create a 1 tick pulse. If you power a piston with a 1 tick pulse, even if it's a sticky piston, it will lose its block. It only has time to push it and not retract it again, because it only has 1 tick. This can also be really useful if you wanna drop off a block, but you don't want it to retract again, but then next time you want it to retract again. So, let's look at some weird behavior of pistons. So here you can see a wall of redstone lamps with a redstone block in the middle. Of course, this redstone block only powers the blocks on the side, as it normally would, but with pistons it will also power this piston, and this piston. Here you can see the same thing happening. So here I created a piston without command blocks. This is all to do with these weird setups. So you can see that this piston shouldn't be powered by the redstone block, but this redstone block is actually powering this piston. Same for all of these. This is a bug, but Mojang decided to leave it in the game. So how can you create this? Well, you just gotta grab some pistons, then you can place it on top or any of these sides. I'm just gonna place it on top. So now this piston is actually fired, but it first needs an update, and we can update pistons by just placing blocks or breaking blocks next to it, or changing a certain certain condition of a block. Let's say we give the redstone next to it a different signal strength, then it will also update. So let's break this, and as you can see, now the piston is powered by this redstone block. But when I remove it, it becomes unpowered. But then again, it needs another update to realize that it shouldn't be powered anymore. Same goes for this place, of course, and all the other sides. So also here and over here. Now you can see it's still powered, but when I update it and the rest of the block is gone, it doesn't be powered anymore. Now, here you can see it happening and a few types. Now, of course, this redstone block is powering this block, which is again one block of 2 blocks above this piston. But since this piston is firing, it will update this piston with it. So that's why this one can power. Of course, you will get powered, but he first needs an update to know, like, yeah, I'm powered. And then again needs an update. Now, this one will be powered simply by this redstone dust powering this block, but these blocks are also powered, so it will think it's powered even when it doesn't gain power. Then we can simply update it. Then we have some examples over here. So this one gets powered because this block is powered. Same for here, but the bottom block doesn't get power at all, even if there's another piston on top. So this can be really frustrating because it shouldn't be powered, and maybe you don't want these pistons to power. There are a few ways to prevent this. So here I'm using a redstone line to constantly update these pistons. So here are a few examples. As you can see, this one instantly gets powered because the block gets powered and it gets an update. But because we're using a slab here, a slab is not a solid block, so this slab is not powered, so the piston also wouldn't be powered. Same goes for the glass and a repeater, of course, because this repeater isn't powering this block over here. Then last we have a really weird mechanic, and this is called zero ticking. Here we are creating a 0 tick pulse. You might be thinking that that is really weird, but yeah, it is really weird. And what this means is that we can instantly push blocks. As you can see, it is basically colliding into this block. I need to grab a solid block. You can see it's really weird colliding inside the block. Now if I slow down time to 1 tick per second instead of usually 20 tick per second. Hold on. First let me get over there. My movement is slowed down as well. As soon as I place the block, you can see that the piston instantly goes over here. And you can see the piston also going back. But like I told you, that's only visual. And in fact the piston is just instantly going, pushing the block and pulling the block. You see? The block gets instantly pushed over here, but the block that is still here still wants to do the animation of being pushed. So if I place stone here, you can see that it really comes inside the block. Here I have aligned 3 of them, so when I place a block there and this piston pulls, it comes here and instantly goes over here, instantly goes over here. When it comes here, bam, instantly. You can even make this a clock. You just gotta recreate the 0 ticking. There we go. Look at this in slow motion. So it's placing up, being placed over there, instantly goes over to the other side, pushed over, and then instantly goes over to the other side. Just like that. I'll just quickly remove this. Now we can also create 0 tick pulses by using this setup. So a repeater goes into a block into redstone, which can go into a piston, and we place a comparator facing into a piston that pushes the block away, and with that we can also create a 0-tick pulse. As you can see here in slow motion, instantly pushes the block. Now, what we can also use, here you can also see the blocks colliding into each other, but what is also a really fun game mechanic is using it with dirt underneath the crops. As you can see, this bamboo is growing really fast. That's because of how the game works. Let me quickly stop these machines. So, how this works is normally there's a certain amount of time, and when that time passes, the game will randomly decide of a certain crop, will I grow a state or not. This goes on, and eventually you have a higher chance of it growing because of multiple times the chance get taken. So each time this dirt underneath gets 0 ticked, it will activate the randomizer which decides if it grows or not. But because it goes so fast back and forth, basically, let's say the chance is 50-50. Every time you shift the dirt over, whoops, it tosses a coin whether to grow or not. And then you can imagine it going really fast. So, that includes this explanation video. I will also give you guys this world download in case you want to check it out for yourself, and I will come back later with some challenges for you guys.